back up at the buzzer, no good. 8 shooting, they have frustrated him all day. 4 points for Shane McLaughlin and 1 for Zach Chianoma on 1 of 2 shooting. As we are set for second half action here, as Bryant will do the honors here and get the ball in the second half, going right to left to start half number 2. O'Shea with the ball top of the key, guarded by Hermanson, goes to his left to McLaughlin. He's got Starks to his left in the corner. Starks clears out so he can dribble drive over. Back out to Skoka from 17, no good. Rebound hits the floor, nobody's near it, and it allows Fredrickson to come around and pull it over. Comes back right wing, up top Fredrickson, Hermanson, now back to Fredrickson, and now to Hermanson again. 25 to shoot. Fredrickson left wing three-point line, up to Hermanson, top of the key. Comes the right side, Gerrell Martin, who pulls in. Little jumper from 12, no good. Atterbury couldn't corral the rebound. Bounces it out of bounds, but last touch by Atterbury, and it will be Bryant ball.
If there were a category for rebounds knocked out of bounds, Landon Atterbury would have the market on that today.
He has. He's had his hands on a lot of loose leather today.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. He's always around the rebound, and he hasn't been in position to pull them down sometimes.
Skokel outside the free throw circle, about 18 feet from the basket, has it stripped by Nurazana. Pushed ahead. Atterbury down the lane, tough shot, no. Zana with the rebound, clears the lane and puts it in for 2.
And Zana made the right decision. He's not the quickest. He got the ball out of his hands early, let somebody else run the floor.
And a double dribble back the other way on McLaughlin, gives the ball back to LIU.
Bryant not in sync at all to start this second half. You figured they'd want to get the ball to Starks early and often. They haven't done that, and they've turned it over.
It's funny you mentioned that, because the minute Zana got the ball, you can see his eyes kind of open. Oh, I got a breakaway, and then, oh, let me get rid of this before something happens. The left wing, Gerrell Martin open for 3, and he drains the open 3. Gerrell with 16 points, and it's a 10-point lead for LIU. McLaughlin outside the three-point line, a bounce pass up top to Dan Garvin. To his right, here's Starks. Doesn't use the pick, jumps in. Little fall-away jumper is good from 19. Mark that at 18-11, where you start to see Starks get an open jumper that he creates. 32-24, 8-point ball game. 18:03 to play in the second half. Here's Hermanson up top. Atterbury open for 3, in and out, no good. Zana with the rebound, pulls it down. Jump ball. Possession now points to LIU.
And you mentioned mark that down, Ray. That's because that's the first time that the pattern that was established in the first 20 minutes had changed. Coaches want to see halftime adjustments, and those first 2 minutes was exactly what we saw early.
17:53 to play here in the second half. Inbound underneath the basket to our right into Gerrell Martin. Around to Hermanson. Cross-court pass to Fredrickson. Pump fakes the 3. Dribbles down the lane. Up top to Gerrell. Gerrell guarded by Starks and back out. 26 to shoot. Plenty of time. So Hermanson resets. Pulls up. Three-pointer straight on. Back rim no good. And we're going to get a foul. This one's going to be on Bryant. Joe O'Shea picks up the personal.
And that's because Zana had position. He would have come down with the rebound had he not been fouled.
So another inbound into the basket to the far side. Fredrickson inbound. Looking, gets it right into Zana, gets it back. Now looks to go in the lane. Oh, gets away with an elbow, comes back down. Nice pass down low to Nurazana. He's triple teamed. Finally gets it out to Atterbury. He's going to go baseline, spins, nice move, floats it up, can't get the floater to go. And Bryant with a rebound. O'Shea brings it down, pushes it up to McLaughlin. Bounce pass down low. Garvin underneath, offensive foul. Landon Atterbury stepping in, taking the charge. Boy, everything going right on the defensive end for LIU in this game. This has been a very, very solid, if not excellent, defensive effort.
I think they've been doing those slide drills in practice because the movement of the feet defensively for the Blackbirds has really been above average.
Up top, here's Gerrell Martin around to Hermanson. Hermanson rotates back to Martin. Right wing steps in from 19, just 2, but good. Gerrell Martin now with 18. And LIU's lead back to 10.
Feed him the ball, man. If he's feeling this hot, keep getting it to him.
Martin, 7 of 12, 4 of 8 from downtown. Starks, on the other hand, with the basketball now, just 3 of 9. Takes the jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound tipped up and out, and controlled by Bryant. Out to O'Shea. Has the baseline, works underneath, trapped. Triple team, puts it up, can't get it to fall. He draws a foul underneath. Who's this going to be on? It's going to be on Hermanson. There were 3 players around. The only reason I was saying that is that I thought it would have been on Hermanson, but only other 2 players there were Atterbury and Zana, and you didn't want to see either of those pick up the personal.
O'Shea does a great job of getting inside. He's 6'4", but he's solid. Coach's son from Vermont, a lot of experience after transferring from Holy Cross. He's the guy they need as the secondary scorer behind Starks.
O'Shea, a 62% free throw shooter, hit the first. 34-25. Low-scoring defensive affair. Second shot is good. Bryant averages 61 points a game. Here's Fredrickson off to Hermanson. 13 points for O'Shea after the free throws. Here's Fredrickson working right side of the lane. Looks at Atterbury, free underneath. Floater can't go. How many of those has LIU missed in this game? McLaughlin, cross-court pass to the near side. Hunter Ware looks down low, tip, but Garvin gets it back, puts it up, and gets the bouncer to finally fall. Dan Garvin with the bucket, and it's a 6-point ball game just like that, 34-28. Fredrickson to Hermanson, right wing three-point line dribbling, looks over to Atterbury. Lost the ball, but corrals it back out. Thought 3, looks to dribble, takes it down the lane, lost the ball, but draws the foul inside. Atterbury at the free throw line right now. 34-28. First shot by Atterbury is good.
Ray, those numbers we were watching have continued. 8 turnovers for Bryant, 1 for LIU, and the assists are flipped. LIU with 9, Bryant with 4. Those, you're not going to win with that kind of ratio. 8 turnovers to your opponent's 1.
One more coming up for Atterbury here. Second shot is good. 36-28, lead back up to 8. And it is a final. St. Francis of Brooklyn wins over Sacred Heart 73-71. So St. Francis 6-7, Sacred Heart 6-7, but 1-0, 0-1 in the league. They work down low. Inside Garvin lost the basketball, tied up by Joel Hernandez. Possession arrow points the other way, so it's going to go to Bryant. Stays to Bryant. Excuse me, doesn't point the other way.
The other way from last time.
Right, exactly. Thank you.
That's what you were thinking.
I like that. That wasn't what I was thinking, but I looked quick and thought it was actually pointing to LIU. Now it is. Inbound comes in to McLaughlin, to Garvin, goes down the lane, lays it up off glass for 2. Dan Garvin with a nice move inside. And it's a 6-point ball game, 36-30 once again.
They could use some more of that.
Hermanson takes it down the lane, floater, puts it up, no good, rebound tipped up and in! Joel Hernandez, right place, right time. LIU back by 8. And Garvin back the other way, lays it up and in for 2 on the fast break, a nice feed from Hunter Ware.
Oh, they got some more of that. And that's one thing Bryant needs to do because of LIU's ability to not turn the ball over. Bryant hasn't had a chance to run. When LIU gets set defensively, they're winning the battle.
Hernandez down the lane to the hole, lays it up, no good, tips it back up, can't get it to fall. Starks the rebound. Here comes Bryant. They try to push it up the far sideline. Starks has a range, puts it in all the way up, and lays it in for 2. And all of a sudden now it's a 4-point ball game. No timeout here for Coach Perry. Interesting call here. I would have thought he'd take one with a 4-point ball game, 38-34, but he likes what he sees on the court right now. Fredrickson has the baseline, and he draws the foul. Not in the act of shooting, so it won't be shots. And is that on O'Shea? No, it's going to be on Ware. (38-34), the 4th on Bryant, the 3rd on Hunter Ware.
And again, if Bryant's in the half court, they've been terrible offensively. LIU has won that every time. But if Bryant can get in transition, that's where they're going to make up some ground.
Here's Fredrickson, hands off to Hermanson, gets it back off the Harlem Globetrotter-esque handoff. Back and forth. They work it to Iverson. Fleming now fresh into the game. Fleming, Fredrickson, Hermanson, Zana, and Hernandez on the floor. That's your 5 for LIU. Hernandez in the lane. Floats it up and in for 2. Hernandez with the last 4 points for LIU. One on a nice rebound. That one on a nice little jumper.
Well, that's that spot in the zone that Atterbury had been struggling uncharacteristically to convert. Hernandez has stepped in and hit those. A little bit softer touch.
Skoka comes out to Oakley. Left corner McLaughlin. Now down to Starks on the box. Looks nice look underneath. Skoka with a reverse layup. Nice no-look pass from Starks, realizing that the back door was open for Skoka.
Much better ball movement and movement off the ball by Bryant on that possession and in this last couple of minutes.
40-35, LIU, 36, LIU by 4. Zana with the ball at the three-point line, right wing to Hermanson, up to Fredrickson in the lane. There's that floater again, and good. That little hole you said, twice now it's worked for LIU, and they picked up points. Still a 6-point game as they trade baskets back and forth, though.
First points of the game for the Blackbirds' leading scorer, Fredrickson.
13:02 to play. Skokel at the elbow, dribbles, bounce pass to Starks. He worked his way back out, rotates right side of the elbow. Fall-away jumper is good.
Boy, he can shoot with a hand in his face, can he?
He sure can, and now starting to heat up. 42-38, 4-point ball game. How do you have to weather the Starks storm at this point? Here's Fredrickson looking to the base, to the lane, trying to get it into Zana, tipped up in the air, and Starks gets it. Starks dribbling up top of the key. You know he wants to shoot. Waits, goes over to McLaughlin. And McLaughlin resets. 12:26 to play, 24 to shoot. 12:23 to play. LIU by 4, 42-38. Starks down the lane, rolling. Floater, no good. Joel Hernandez, the rebound, but popped out by Starks. Last touch by Starks with 12:17.
Well, this is much more the way Bryant wants to be playing, and so LIU is going to need to adjust a little bit. That was just the second turnover, and you can see Bryant not able to capitalize there, but how they can get the ball up the floor quickly.
Zana and Hermanson out, Martin and Atterbury in. Here's Hernandez along with Fredrickson and Iverson Fleming. Hernandez lost the ball, tipped up, kicked ahead. It's going to be LIU basketball. I think it was off of Oakley last touched.
I think they got that one right. Oakley, the nephew of Charles Oakley.
And where's number 34?
I know.
So I thought
he kind of has that look.
He does. There is definitely a family resemblance there. Bounce pass down to Atterbury in the lane, and he draws the foul, the reach in.
At least the shot went for him. That
they don't want to be too obnoxiously on one side of the foul ledger.
LIU was whistled for more in the first half, so for the game, it is about even now.
All the way into Iverson Fleming on the fresh 35 after the foul, which was called on Andrew Skoka, is first. They try to go alley-oop down low, and it's intercepted by Hunter Ware. Hunter Ware resets up top. O'Shea hands off to McLaughlin. Back out to Starks. Starks with the ball, left wing. O'Shea. Make that, yes, it is O'Shea. Down the baseline. Lost the basketball, tipped away, and Gerrell Martin able to save it to Atterbury. Atterbury dribbling up. That's not his move, but doing a great job. A little jumper at the free throw line. Back rim won't go. Gets his own rebound. Pass back out to Iverson Fleming, and up top to Fredrickson. Atterbury just can't buy that bucket right in the middle there. It's the same shot. It's one of those days. Fredrickson down the lane, high off glass, off the mark, and tipped into the hands of Bryant and McLaughlin. Pushed ahead. Ware off the glass and good for 2. Ahead of the field, and it's a 2 on the other hand. 6 of 17 in the second half. 1 of 3 from downtown. So, again, the shooting percentage here in the second half, huge.
8
for
out of
Bryant.
11. Yeah. A lot of those have been high percentage.
Kick ball, no reset as we're over 25. 42-40, 2-point lead for the Blackbirds. And again, that was one thing you were worried about. What was Starks going to do in the second half? He's starting to heat up. Fleming up to Atterbury and around to Gerrell Martin. Down low to Zana. Zana, he'll work on Skokel. Skyhook, no good. Skokel the rebound, and Bryant can tie or take the lead. Pushed ahead to Ware. Down the lane. Lays up. He missed it. Too short as it hits the front of the rim. Here comes LIU. Hermanson comes across. Iverson Fleming down the baseline. Goes inside. Draws the foul underneath. And not a popular call, I don't think.
Yeah, Skoka looked like he had the position. He had just made a good defensive play before that, and that may have bailed the Blackbirds out a bit.
Now that'll send Iverson Fleming to the free throw line, 42-40. Fleming.
You can see Bryant has made a concerted effort to move the ball much more quickly up the court after a missed shot. After they grab a rebound, they're looking right away to fly and attack the basket before LIU can set its defense.
LIU's half-court defense has been great. Their fast break, they've been vulnerable, and you've seen points scored now in the last 5 minutes off the fast break. One more shot coming up. Fleming missed the first. Second shot is good. LIU by 3 with 10:21 to play in the second half. Bulldogs on the floor. O'Shea along with McLaughlin, Skokel, Starks, and Garvin. Garvin with the basketball at the free throw line. A bounce pass over to Skokel. That's not really where you want them to be handling the ball. Skokel finally gets help from O'Shea. Up top now to Starks. Starks works on Atterbury. Dribbles left. And we have a foul away from the ball, I believe, on Landon Atterbury.
Yeah, it was on the floor.
That's just a second on Landon Atterbury, and they're going to take him out. And Trevin Woods back into the game. Again, he's been great defensively. It's just the offense hasn't been there yet for him. And we get a foul on LIU.
That's ticky-tack.
Well, again,
no. I thought he was calling it on Woods. He called it on Fleming.
Right, Fleming got it underneath, but again, they're evening the foul up a little bit here.
Jack Perry's thinking the same thing.
Inbound to McLaughlin, back to Starks. Fall-away jumper, baseline, no good. Skokel tips it up, couldn't tip it in, and it's out of bounds, last touch by LIU.
Skoka is not a huge offensive presence, but he has got a couple inches on Zana. He's taller than everybody on the floor, and he's making it count here.
Inbound comes in. Skoka left wing jumper from 12, no good. Zana fights for the rebound with Garvin, but he loses it, but it's last touch by Garvin.
They've got to be better on the boards there. Skoka's 6'8", he's 15 feet away from the basket, and Zana really had too much pressure on that rebound.
43-40, three-point lead for LIU. Fleming comes over to Gerrell Martin. Up top now to Hermanson. To his left. Iverson Fleming now to Woods. Jumper, no good. 43-40. They can tie the game again here with a three-pointer. Haven't taken one in the second half yet. Here's McLaughlin dribbling right side of the lane, and a foul call before the shot all the way out at the free throw line.
Yeah, I think Jack Perry's on the same page with you.
And they're going to call Woods the second. Joel Hernandez is going to come in. Didn't get in on this one, though, but he'll be in on the next one. Inbound underneath. Here's Garvin. Puts it up. Can't get it to fall. Rebound. Pinballs around and brought down by Gerrell Martin. Up to Iverson Fleming. Fleming back to Hermanson. Stops. Dribbles. Pops it to his left. Wide open was Martin. Steps in after the block. Puts up the jumper from 17 and nails it. Great ball movement and a great job by Martin to fake the three to bring the defense out to him and then move it in and take the high percentage shot from 17. 5-point lead now for the Blackbirds. Here's McLaughlin. Bounces it back to Skoka. Out left wing. O'Shea for three. Back rim no good. Another miss from downtown. Fleming stops. Fires it in transition. No good. Skoka the rebound. Zana went down. No call. Here comes O'Shea back the other way. That doesn't have numbers and pops it back out to Starks. Starks resets. Dribbles. Looks to the baseline. Falls away. Puts a little floater on the baseline from 8. Good. If you look at the Blackbird side of it right now, you're kind of sitting back saying, you know, where's that sleeping giant? And that could be it if they start knitting some three-pointers. Allow you to just keep doing what they're doing, good defense, and try to get, you know, make the basket so you don't have these rushes the other way and the fast breaks. Here's Hermanson, right side of the lane, a little floater, good for 2.
We talked about an ability to hit low percentage shots. Martin Hermanson very good at that, and that was a crucial one again.
Shane McLaughlin with the basketball to O'Shea. Has Ware to his right. Looks to his left and said Skoka. Skoka back to the left wing. It's deep in the corner for McLaughlin. He'll work his way up top of the key. Now works to his right, to his left. Ware, and gives it back to McLaughlin. At the hash mark and a reset. 10 to shoot, 7:37 to play. McLaughlin Long cross-court pass, deep in the right corner. Ware goes baseline, 3 to shoot. Puts it up, no good. Gerrell Hernandez pulls down the rebound over Starks.
Big board.
And again, now taking time off the clock. No need to rush here. Fredrickson brings it up. 7:17 to play. Fredrickson, now Hermanson at the right elbow. Again, the jumper, back rim, no good. 47-42, 5-point lead for the Blackbirds. Stark stops the hash mark, now dribbles to the baseline. Picks it up, comes out to O'Shea, now to McLaughlin on the left wing 3-point line. Wants rotation, clears out, bounce pass up, Skoka at the free throw line, a jumper, back rim, no good. Fredrickson couldn't get the rebound, and O'Shea gets it and pushes it back out to McLaughlin. McLaughlin dribbling in, double team, pops it back out. Starks has it now, nice pass. I don't know if Starks even knew that was coming at him. Now he stops, fires it with a man in his face, and he takes it for 3. Gerrell Martin was all over Starks, and Starks said, I'm just taking it. 2-point ball game. Hernandez hands off to Hermanson, dribbling. Back out to Gerrell Martin, lost the ball, popped ahead. Starks ahead of the field for the tie, lays it up and in. We're tied at 47 with 6:12 to play. Timeout LIU.
Ball movement, quick foot movement on defense, and Gerrell Martin. Those are your strengths.
Yeah, Bryant has been ice cold except for that 1 3-pointer right there and one earlier in the first half. I think that's what they would be more than happy to let them keep shooting tough shots from outside. LIU needs to start scoring a little bit of their own, though. They work it down to Atterbury on the block, spins, foul, and that puts LIU into the bonus. Bryant with their 7th, 1-1. In the break here about how important the free throw shooting is going to be down the stretch, and Atterbury with 2 big ones here. Well, the 1-1, you'd like to see him try and hit both of them.
Yeah, LIU with only 4 fouls, so it stands to reason they're going to get a lot more free throw attempts in these last 6 minutes. They need to take advantage of them, and it could be the difference in the game.
2 of 2 today, Atterbury from the line. 3 of 3 now. They'll get the second chance here on the 1-1 as LIU back in front. 48-47, 5:50 to go in the second half. Atterbury 3 bounces, spins it, sets up with a dip. Second shot, back rim, no good. Rebound brought down by Bryant. LIU still with the lead, though, albeit by just 1. As Starks into the front court, works his way into the far corner. Long pass out to McLaughlin with 24 to shoot. McLaughlin waiting for help to come around. Ware gets to him. Fredrickson all the way out on him. Joel Hernandez on Starks. Back over to Ware in the corner, waiting for Starks. Lost the basketball, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bryant. And you're right. Watching Jack Perry try and work the referee is as entertaining as the game. Even after a call goes his way, he's on the official. 48-47 our score. Hands off to Atterbury, gives it back to Fredrickson, down to Zana, working his way. Zana trying to spin around, trapped in the corner. Little sky hook, can't get it to fall, gets his own rebound, has it stripped, but it's going to be last touched and a foul on Bryant. And it was in the act of shooting, so it should be 2. And that's going to be on Ware. He picks up his 4th. Hunter Ware didn't start the game.
He's been good for them over the last several, though. He's been playing 30 minutes a game off the bench. Almost 30 minutes.
3 rebounds, 2 assists in the game, but as we mentioned, 4 fouls now. As Zana the free throw line. First shot, no good. Nura now 1 of 3 at the line. They'll have 1 more.
And you can see if it's going to take you 2 possessions to make 2 points at the free throw line, it's not going to be a good last 5 minutes.
One more shot, Zana, good. 1 of 2 on this trip as well. Atterbury went 1 of 2 on the other. 49-47, 2-point lead for the Blackbirds. It's McLaughlin getting a good pick. Works his way, Skoka in the free throw circle, gets it back over to McLaughlin at the hash mark in front of the visiting bench. Dribbles, works his way into the free throw circle, goes back to the far sideline, and here's Starks dribbling, pull up for 3, good! 50-49, Bryant with their lead. They've come all the way back in this game, lead by 1 as Zana spins, puts it off glass, can't get it to fall, tipped out. Here comes Starks the other way, 1 on 3, and Starks wisely backs up. He's going to fire a 3 anyways. In and out, no good. Joel Hernandez with a rebound. Not a smart play by Starks there, even though he might have been feeling it.
If he hit it, it would have been smart.
Again, you like that, but again, maybe not a smart play when you had a chance to slow things up with the lead and try and extend it. Instead, Hermanson lost the basketball and threw it away. Pushed ahead. Here comes O'Shea down the lane, lays it up, count it, and he'll head to the free throw line. And a foul going to be called on Martin Hermanson. 3-point lead now for Bryant, 52-49, and the Jacket back off.
Yeah, Hermanson hasn't had the success kicking the ball out after driving the lane in the second half that he had in the first. Bryant has adjusted to that. They're expecting that and stepping into those lanes when he drives.
Long way to go still with 4:03, but Bryant 52-49, and O'Shea at the free throw line. 62% free throw shooter, gets every bounce in the book and finally falls through. So it's a 4-point Bryant lead. That's their biggest lead of the game, and LIU needs to find some offense here. Plenty of time. Hermanson looks down low to Zana, working on Skoka. Puts it up. No good, but he'll head to the free throw line with 3:52 to play. And he will have 2 shots in the act of shooting. He went 1 of 2 of his last trip. And then before that, Atterbury 1 of 2. Crucial free throws now for LIU to try and cut this to a 2-point game as Zana calmly hits the first.
And the reaction to Bryant going up 4 was good for LIU. They didn't panic, they didn't rush at 3, they just got it into Zana, let him go to work, and get fouled.
Arizona with 1 more shot. 53-50, second shot. This one's good. Zana hits 2 of 2 on this trip down, and it's a 2-point ball game, 53-51. LIU in the double bonus from here out. Possession arrow also points to LIU, so a couple positives for the Blackbirds going forward. Here's Garvin with the basketball at the elbow. A bounce pass over to Skoka. He's guarded by Zana all the way out at the free throw line. Bounce pass over to O'Shea at the free throw line, about 3 feet behind it. Back out to Starks. Nice move. Looks inside, finds the open O'Shea on the backdoor play, and he got free and lays it in for 2. 4-point lead for Bryant.
You look around the gym and everyone's just going, oh, wow, that was legit.
Landon Atterbury. Hands off to Hermanson, rotates around top of the key, comes over to Fredrickson on the near side. Bounce pass down to Zana, back out Fredrickson, thought 3, back to Zana. Zana working his way, back out to Fredrickson, can't get the 3 off, takes in the lane. Hands off to Zana, he didn't know it was coming and lost the basketball.
They had such a good inside-outside game going, and as you mentioned, that final pass just wasn't on the same page.
Zana went one way, the pass went to the outside to the near sideline, and Zana couldn't handle it, and Fredrickson heads to the bench. Iverson Fleming comes in for him.
Leading scorer coming in for LIU, and it's really been a conference debut to forget for Elvar Fredrickson.
2:52 to play, 4-point lead for the Bulldogs. Out to Starks with 21 to shoot, 2:45 to play. Starks dribbling, fall away, jumper, good from 18. Diami Starks, 24 points, and Bryant by 6, 57-51. Fredrickson, cross-court pass to Iverson Fleming, works in the left corner. Atterbury for 3, in and out, no good. Landon's had a rough afternoon as well. And now Bryant with the ball, leading by 6 with 2:15 to play. LIU needs a stop. Out to Starks. 22, Stark, fall away. This one's going to be a little short. Gets a friendly roll. No. Bounces. Zana saves it from going out and throws it to Hermanson. Up to Martin. Down the lane to the hole. Count it! And Gerrell's going to the free throw line to try and cut the lead in half. That play started out so worryingly with Zana almost stepping out of bounds, throwing a pass ahead to Hermanson that was almost intercepted, but give it to Gerrell, and he calmly takes it all the way down and lays it in. Martin with 22 points.
Mano a mano right now.
Free throw by Martin, in and out, no good. And underneath, a traveling violation on the rebound. by Dan Garvin. The Blackbirds get the ball back. How many times can you miss a free throw and get a better result?
I think the reaction of the gym sold the official.
Iverson Fleming the inbound. All the way out to Gerrell Martin. He thought about the long three. Comes to Iverson Fleming for three. Near side. In and out. No good. Sana the rebound. Sana works his way into the hole. Can't get it to fall. Rebound comes down. Loose underneath. LIU has it. But a foul on the reach in on the rebound. And a technical foul called on Jack Perry. Before I've seen free throws get taken. Stark's second shot is good. You had to figure he wasn't going to miss both of them. 58-53, 5-point ball game.
And Bryant ball.
Yes, still plenty of time though. You don't need to foul. You need a good defensive stop. A stop and a bucket, and all of a sudden this is a one-possession game. Get it into Shane McLaughlin deep in the backcourt. Pushed up ahead. Now ahead. Laid up and good. Dan Garvin.
Well, they went for the steal, and it backfired.
7-point game. 127. LIU needs some points in a hurry. Fleming, Atterbury, open for three. No good. Zana gets the rebound. Martin gets it, puts it up. Foul. They'll head to the free throw line. Stops the clock with 1:18 and puts Gerrell at the line.
I know Landon Atterbury can hit threes. We've seen him do it. But run a play for Martin in this case when you need a three.
O'Shea picks up the personal. That's 5, and he's done with 18 points. Martin at the free throw line. First shot of 2 is good. 60-54. Has one more. Second shot is good. 60-55 with a minute 18. 5-point lead for Bryant. Still plenty of time here to work the defense. In the backcourt, Ware gets it across half court. Hermanson all the way up on him. Works his way to the left.
Jack Perry's, he was telling him to foul. Now
up top now. You're right. Iverson Fleming's going to stay on him. 1 minute to play. 17 on the shot clock. LIU trailing by 5. Big defensive stand here. Fleming stays on McLaughlin to the hole, lays it up and in. Stops the clock momentarily. 15. Fleming to the hole, puts it up, and he counted. That ball was on its way down, and I believe it was knocked down. Count the basket and 1. So the goaltending there on a shot that may not have even gone in. (62-57), and the second foul on Starks. This can become a 4-point game. That's a big, big basket. And now Martin at the free throw line makes it 4. 62-58. Blackbirds now try and get a quick steal. Into Starks, deep in the backcourt. Hermanson gets knocked down, no call, pushed up ahead. Ware has it, and Ware is fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line. Hunter Ware, 93% free throw shooter.
You and I had the same reaction. Wrong guy to foul.
Yep.
Starks and Ware were the two to avoid.
And they were going to keep the ball in their hands no matter what. That's just the third on Atterbury with 40 seconds. 62-58.
I didn't see what sent Hermanson to the floor. He obviously felt it was serious.
Well, he went flying. I heard you could hear it if you're listening, and you saw it probably on the video cast. And now here's Hunter Ware. First shot, good. Just 1-1, but he hits the first, so he will get a second now.
He's going to be a good one.
6.4 points a game coming into this game. 3 points today. Missed the second. Rebound brought down by LIU. 5-point ball game. Fleming hands off Martin. Top of the key. Atterbury for 3. Back rim. Long rebound. Tipped out. Atterbury can't get to it. Hermanson does for 3. Good!
Maybe a more proactive in preparing for that.
Well, 63-61. Go for the quick steal and then a quick foul. You got to imagine Ware can run the baseline. Ware and Starks, the two closest players to the ball right now, and that's exactly what they're going to try to get it into. They get it into McLaughlin, deep in the backcourt.
Foul him.
And he's fouled immediately.
He's a good free throw shooter, but he's not as good as the other two.
22.9, Shane McLaughlin to the free throw line. Bryant by 2, 63-61. LIU has 1 timeout left and the possession arrow in their advantage. Bryant 3 timeouts left. LIU, with this foul, was their 9th, so it's a 1-and-1 for Shane McLaughlin.
Career 73%.
First shot is up and good. 64-61.
You go for a 2 here, right?
Yeah, I believe you do, because you have the time for it. No matter what happens here. One more shot. McLaughlin's shot is up and good. 4-point game. 30.
And helped Bryant rally in a big way.
In it comes to Iverson Fleming. Fleming hands off to Fredrickson. Fredrickson pops to the left. Fleming for 3. It's blocked. Fredrickson gets it back. Goes to the hole. Puts it up. He's fouled. But he doesn't get to go in. He goes down. Free throws coming here with 13.4. And now the play has to be hit the first, miss the second.
No, not with the time.
Hermanson. 2 of 2 today, 3 of 3. 65-62. One more shot here for Martin. Second shot is good. Hits them both. 2-point game, 65-63. Bryant by 2. Oakley to inbound. Oakley calls timeout. Sports history, but meanwhile, 65-63. Bryant over LIU. Oakley to inbound. He can run the baseline. Finally gets into Starks deep in the corner. Starks, they're going to keep it there with him. Starks. And we have a time inbound. Now look, Starks is going to be deep. Let's see if they try and go deep here. Oakley looking to get it in. Does get it in. Over to McLaughlin in the corner. McLaughlin is fouled with 6.7 seconds left. LIU with 1 timeout left, and McLaughlin with 2 huge free throws coming up. McLaughlin 2 of 2 today. And on the season, we mentioned before, 67%. You said 73%.
Yeah, his career numbers are better.
That is a 4th foul on Iverson Fleming with 6.7 seconds. McLaughlin, first shot up and good. If he hits the second, LIU needs to hurry. No matter what, they need to hurry, but to give themselves any hope here with 6.7 seconds. They need an immediate quick basket. Second